Yo, what is good? I've already tried recording this video once and my OBS completely broke, so that's fun. Can't wait to repeat everything I just said for the next like 5 minutes. But whatever. Anyways, Anime Vanguards recently dropped a new Easy A to Gojo. I'm saying it's an Easy A because it's just basically it's like a secondary buff to Gojo. It's not like a traditional evolution. It's just a familiar that adds onto him. I'll show what the familiar is and the passives it has on screen. 250% damage to Gojo. It makes his buff from Void last longer. And it also gives an ability where when the units leave his range, they get inflicted with Void. Pretty cool. But yeah, just want to give my quick thoughts on this because I want to say, first of all, I'm very happy with the idea of what they're doing. Basically, Easy A. Easy A is a feature from Dokkan. Give me 1 second. My mother is calling me. Sorry, mother was offering food. Lovely. Okay. Anyways. So Easy A is a feature in Dokkan Battle which gives old units that are no longer in the meta a second evolution that gives them new passives or like a stat buff to their, or just a overall stat buff to their base stats. And the purpose of Easy A's is to bring old units that are out of meta back into the meta. And it seems Vanguard's trying to do a similar thing here. They did a poll recently with what unit they want to bring back to the meta. Gojo was the one that won, so this update we got this familiar thing for Gojo. And I want to say that I agree with the idea of this. It's, I think, a wonderful inclusion to the game. The main reason for that is because of the trait system in Anime Vanguard. So in this game, you know, people spend a lot of time and resources into one unit. There are people who spend like $1,000 to get Monarch on one unit, right? And it kind of sucks for those people when a couple updates pass and their unit's no longer that viable in the meta. You know, they kind of spent that money for nothing at this point because the unit's no longer usable. So it's very unfortunate for them. But with this new system, let's say you spend a lot of money and time on an old unit, you can now get another use out of the money you once invested all those days back because the unit's viable again, if that makes sense. So basically people are getting more out of their money because eventually their unit that was once meta will become meta again. So I think that's a great idea. The only thing I kind of want to complain about is that I'm not too happy with the way they went about it. So the way they went about it is that it's an event in the calendar. And basically every day, if you just have Gojo equipped passively, you get these tokens. It's very similar. It's the exact same with what they did with Ichigo a bit ago. So every day when you use Gojo in your team, you're going to get 20 of these tokens. After 5 days, you can have 100 and you can buy the new familiar. But I'm not going to lie. I wish they didn't make it a calendar event because first of all, I really hope this isn't limited. This should not be a limited thing. I mean, maybe once the calendar ends, they'll add another way to get it, which is like a little bit more grindy, I guess. But I really hope it's not a limited thing. This should not be a limited feature. Gojo's evolution or Easy A, whatever you want to call it, his little familiar, should be accessible at any point in the game. It should not be like a 9-day limited thing. That would be ridiculous. But either way, besides that, I just think the whole idea of making it this easy to get is a bit of a blunder on their part. I think they could have gone about it better. In my opinion, they should have made a whole separate stage to evolve Gojo. It doesn't have to be like a new map or anything. It could just be like Shibuya Legend Stage EX or whatever, you know. I like a whole new Legend Stage to Shibuya. I like a whole other stage in general. You don't even have to really change the map. I mean, maybe make Shibuya up a blue or something, you know, just slightly change it. Make Shibuya up a raining. Doesn't really matter. And I think they should make this Legend Stage harder and either require two things. Either one, you need to have meta units to complete it. So you need the new units to have high DPS to be able to keep up with it. Or two, in my opinion, the better option is that you make it that you need JJK units to do it. Because let's be real, I mean, raise your hand if you have Toto, bro. How many of us have Toto? I think none of us got fucking Toto, bro. That guy sucks. None of us got him. If you do, it's because you play during update 1, but you don't use them anymore, do you? So I think they should either make it that you need to get the JJK units, you need to get Toto, Gojo himself, Sukuna. Maybe if you already have Toji, you know, you can use your old Toji. But it should be a stage that buffs JJK units like crazy. Like I'm talking like a 300% damage buff. Like you're really, maybe even more, like a 500% damage buff. Like you're super incentivized to use JJK units, okay? And I think this is a good idea because obviously with this new familiar thing, Gojo's gonna be brought. Gojo's gonna have a purpose again. But all the other JJK units are still rotting. You know, they're not gonna be used ever. Like Toto's never gonna be touched. Sukuna is still pretty bad. So by doing this, you incentivize people to get the other JJK units as well. And also, I just think it should be overall a kind of harder process to get his familiar. I just don't like how easy it currently is. It's kind of like a thing you do on the side. I think it should be a thing you actively grind for. I mean, obviously, I understand if people disagree with me. After all these videos, just my opinion. I'm not saying I know better. I'm not a developer, obviously. Just my thoughts. But yeah, I definitely think they should have gone about it a different way. And I hope in the future, if they do other Easy A for other units that fall out of meta, like maybe they do one for Sukuna in the future, stuff like that. I hope they go about it in a different way. I'm just not a big fan of this calendar system. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. In my spitting chat, give me a W or L in the comments below. Make sure to spam W's, guys. Spam W's in the chat. Trolls aside, love y'all. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace out. Hold on, let me kill this guy real quick. Oh crap, I didn't get him. Bro, how is that not on his head though? Like, okay, hold up. Alright, hold up. Next time I die, this video ends, okay? Next time I die in this deathmatch. Locked in.